And we're good to go. Go ahead, Risha.
Okay, good morning everyone. Thanks for joining us today for our Testing Tools Global User Community webcast. Before we begin our presentation today, I would just like to introduce our CA product team. I'm not sure if all of them are here with us today, but we have Rose Sekach as our product manager. We have Mike Dubois, he's the product owner for FileMaster and also our VP software development. Hello Mike, are you here with us? Okay, I guess not. Then we have Susie Robson as our principal product design, and myself, Richa Navani, your host. And today we have with us InterTest and FileMaster product team. EJ and Sonia are going to be presenting today, and we have Art Cartier, the product manager for InterTest, Ravish and Jim Conway, the managers for InterTest. And before spending too much time on this, I'll just get started and pass it to EJ. So take over.
Thanks, Richa. Great. Yep. So today we're going to be going over the UTF 16 support for two of our products, the InterTest Batch product and FileMaster Plus. We'll be starting off with InterTest Batch. That's the product that I personally worked on. So kind of the overall summary is that national type COBOL data items are now going to be viewable and modifiable in the InterTest Batch display panel as well as the keep window. There are two ways that data items can be declared as national. That's explicitly using the pick N tag, as well as implicitly when data items are declared underneath a group with the usage being set to national, and those are both supported. Just to go through a couple of examples to show this new functionality, here are some sample data definitions. You can see in this first group there's a field which has been declared with the pick N, so that one's explicitly declared as national. It has a value ABC123, and then you notice there are two different ways to define a group with national type. You can say usage is national as well as group usage national, and those are both supported. So just to get a little bit technical just for a second, you can see using the InterTest Batch core command that when you declare these values with pick N, you get this maybe unfamiliar encoding underneath. So you have a 0041, which corresponds to an A, which is different from the normal EBCDIC everyone's used to, where you would just see a C1 to show that A. And because of that, the data wasn't showing up quite right in the display panel in the keep window. So prior to the update, this is what you might have seen. On the left side, you would have seen unknown for the type, and you would have seen on the left side no values at all, which obviously was non-ideal. But now, after the update, you'll see N on the left side to show that those are national type items, and you'll see that they're displayed in a readable format. Like I mentioned before, we're also supporting modifying that data. So just like other fields or any other data types, you're able to overtype the fields on, or the red characters on the right. So in this example, we've overtyped the ABC123 with DEF987. And you can see using the core command that those values are updated in memory, and they're updated with the UTF-16 encoding. So it maintains the UTF-16 because it's the UTF-16 field. So similarly, moving over to the keep window, those of you who have used InterTest Batch will remember the keep window is just a nice little area where you can keep an eye on some of your data without having to switch back and forth between panels, so you can watch things update as you're stepping through a debugging session. previous or prior to the update, again, you would have seen the unknown on the left side. You would have seen no text on the right because we weren't handling it properly. But now you'll see the N for national, and you'll see the red data appear in a readable format. And again, just like the display window, you're able to overtype those red characters and check back in memory, and you'll see that they're again encoded with UTF-16. So you're able to update those UTF-16 fields just like any other field. So I'll pass it over to Sonia. She'll talk a little bit about FileMaster Plus. We'll have a little bit of time at the end for questions on both of those.
Thank you, AJ. So hello, everyone. I would like to present you our new support for UTF-16 data for FileMaster Plus 9.1. This request came from one of our clients who needed to edit UTF-16 data. And because our FileMaster editor is ISPF-based editor, it was able to display only EBCDIC characters. So we implemented new features which translate UTF-16 data into EBCDIC data, which FileMaster editor can display. Our requirements were to recognize UTF-16 context, to be able to display, edit, and validate UTF-16 data in the editor, and to support UTF-16 parameters to commands. So now we are supporting COBOL layout with usage is national. You can browse and edit UTF-16 data in single record and multi-record format mode, and also use primary commands find, change, and exclude for editing. So now I will show you a little demo. So I will share my screen with you. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yes, Sonia.
Great. So for the demo, I will use UTF-16 equivalent of a democast file, which we are delivering with the product. So first of all, I will show you copybook with usage is national. So I'm going to option 6 for the layout. Now I will choose V for view format record layouts, and here I will show you the layout which I will use later. So first of all, I will browse it, and you can see that it's valid only for PIC N or PIC 9 usage is national. When I am going back, I will show it to you in formatted mode. And here you can see in the format column U, which is UTF-16 equivalent for character field, and D, which is UTF-16 equivalent for numeric field. So now I'm going back to the main menu. And I will choose option 1 for browse. And first of all, I will browse this UTF-16 dataset with in character mode. And you can see that data are not readable. It's because of ISPF-based editor. But when you switch to SF mode, data are now translated to the EBCDIC, so they are readable. And you can also view them in multi-record format mode, like this. You can move here the same way like normally in the EBCDIC dataset. You can use scrolling commands or PF keys, for example, to go down or up, move to the right, left. So now I'm going back. And I will show you edit option. I will edit the same dataset which we see in the browse. I will start with multi-record format mode. Here, you can edit UTF-16 data by normal overwriting. For example, on the first line, when I overwrite with Jimmy, it's working. Or you can use a primary command change. I will use UC Betty UC Sandy. So now you can see that I use new type UC, which is for UTF-16 character, and C means that it is case sensitive. If I would choose T, it will be for the case insensitive. So now, when I validate this via enter, it will change name Betty in the fourth line to the Sandy. So it's done. Now I will show you the find command. For example, when I use UC new with uppercase for the case sensitive, no characters was found. If I would like to find the same word new, that don't care about the case sensitivity, I can use UT, and it will show me the first occurrence of the new. Here, like as usual, when you press PF5, it will skip to the next occurrence, and so on. The last thing which I would like to show you is command exclude. For example, when you would like to exclude name Tim, it excludes the sixth line. If you use flip command, you can see excluded line. So this overtyping, change, find, and exclude commands, so you can use the same way in the asset mode too. So from here, when I press PF5, the file is saved. So that's all from my demo. I'm going back to the presentation. And
okay, thanks Sonia and EJ, great job guys. I just wanted to mention that for next month we have office hours, which means you can chat with us online and ask questions. We have our software architects and product managers and product owners for the testing tools team with us. And feel free to join us on September 15th between 11 to 11:30. And Len will be sending out the invites. So just wanted to mention that. And we are now open for any questions and comments regarding UTF-16 for FileMaster and InterTest. Hey Len, do we have all the lines on mute?
Not everyone is going to be on the line. Let me see if I can unmute the lines.
Okay.
And in the meantime, if you have any questions while I'm doing this, feel free to go ahead and use the QA box right in the WebEx. Okay, everybody should be unmuted now. And if you don't have any questions right now, later today we'll be posting a replay of this presentation in the community, and you can feel free to ask your question right there in the community as well. I'm still not seeing any questions, so I guess we can wait another minute or two, but if not, we can definitely just wrap up then. That's up to you, Risha.
Yeah, give it a minute and then we can wrap up.
Sounds good.
So I can see there's a question from Brian. Do you always have to use the U command? Sonia, can you answer that for us?
So Richa, I can answer that. So every literal value in the primary commands is going to translate into a corresponding hex data that's going to be searched for. So if you have the U in front, the literal is going to translate into the UTF-16 format, or 2 hex bytes per character. So if you're searching for something with a find command and you wanted to find something in UTF-16 format, but you don't have the U in the literal prefix, then it's going to search for it as a text string EBCDIC, and it's going to be not found. Does that answer the question?
Yep. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do we have any other questions?
Since there are no more questions, Len, I think we could wrap up, and questions are always welcomed on the community as well.
All right. Thanks very much, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Richa.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Success.